Shalom. Oh man, he really good. Should I sit down? All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. You know what I don't have? My mic. Would you say, little old woman, you need to be having yourself together when you get on this devil platform? What you mean you ain't got your mic? You better get yourself together, you little red hen. No, you little old hen. All right, I think I'm okay now. Okay. And today it's going to be a great topic. We're going to talk about the women, okay? And I'm not speaking too much. I will cut into some other nations, but I want to rest right in Judah amongst what 92% consider themselves African Americans, okay? So we're going to talk about women and where they stand today and what is really going on with their cuckoo clock. Yeah, their cuckoo clock, because it's off too. All right. So Sister Deborah is going to come and we're going to discuss the women today. And if you have any questions or you have any answers, put them in the live chat. Don't be afraid to even communicate with others that would step in, as long as they're keeping it about what they need to be keeping it about, which is the topic of today, is women. The women of Judah, the women of African Americans, the women today. We're going to talk about them, and I'm speaking from 17. No, I will go all the way to 16, from 16 up to 150. Okay, we're going to talk about the women today, and some of the expectations that they have not met according to the he that sits on the throne and have orchestrated everything on the earth to go according to his bosom. And when I say his bosom, it's his will, it's his way, it's in him. You see, not in us, because a lot of us, we want to raise our children, we want to raise our household, we want to treat everybody like our fathers or our mothers or our grandmothers back in them days. You can't do that. You can't be like they really were back then. You can't even go back to Torah. I know a lot of people want to go back and ride that boat called Torah, but you better get your tail off that boat as soon as you can. Because I hear in Revelation, I'm up in Revelation hearing it says, like it has never been before. On the earth, like it has never been before. On the earth, as it has never been before. So therefore, Torah can't hold it. Torah can't do nothing with Revelation. So therefore, you can't be running up in Torah thinking that's going to teach you righteous in this day and time. They couldn't hold righteous then. So though the people who let me tell y'all something. I heard a young man, he couldn't have been no more than 17 or 18. I don't even think he's 18. A young man, Judith, which he might call himself African American, I heard him speak today, and I just listened to what he said, and I had to go back to hear him say it again. You know what that young man was talking about? He started his topic off regarding the word. He was telling the people the word, there's a word in you, and there are a word in the book. And he began to talk about how when the Holy Spirit come, it is the word. I mean, I was like, that what? How is it that baby can know that? That baby. That baby. Because the Most High is dealing. I dropped my phone. And matter of fact, I better get up to cut it off so it won't interfere. If Sister Deborah get up one more time, I'm gonna slap her down. Now get up again. Get up again if you want. You little red hen. Don't get up again. You should have been ready. So this just to hear this baby speak like that, it did something to me. But it also reminded me what the Father said. In the end days, knowledge shall be increased. And he said, if I got to go to the babies, I go to the babies. That's what I will do. I did it back in the old when I brought them out. Didn't I bring all the babies out? Left them dried up soda crackers where? In the wilderness. Sure he did. So he do what he does best. And that's righteous. His will. He can do that. So when I just heard that baby talking like that, I just thought that was just beautiful. And he the way he broke it down, it was just so. I said, now see, I break it down this way. He breaks it down this way, but we want a accord. Why? Because he most likely he's in the body of Hamashiach. He's in the body of Christ. You know, he's there. And in the way he was breaking it down, I thought that was so beautiful. I really did. So he couldn't have been no more than 17, 18. He might not even been that old. But he knew how to let the people know that there's not a one word like the book. That's what he said. There's another word that come abide in you to teach you. See, just and to me, I'm looking at it, but that's just basic common. No, it ain't. No, it ain't, said the Most High Yah. It ain't basic common, Deborah. The Ruach don't just be basic common in people. He comes to abide in certain ones. So it ain't going to just be any and everybody that's going to receive that type of mystery. Now, here it is, the year 2024, and you got 99.9 don't understand that there's two words pulled up on the earth. 99.9 is chasing the word from a book standpoint. Why? Anyone know? Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. You know why they chase that? Because they can see it. Because they believe if I can just see it, I can believe it. But when that Ruach pull up, all that get kicked to the curve. Because greater is he that's in you that you cannot see. But when he come up in there, he gonna give you faith to believe what you cannot see. But yet you going to what? One another brand. Believe. So it ain't all about trying to battle people with a book that they only know. That's all they have. What Solomon said, Deborah, tell them that's their portion. And it's vain and vax. Why is the book vain and vax, Deborah? Why would you say the Bible is vain and vax? It's worthless when it comes down to the spiritual realm. It's worthless. It was created with the signature of Yah, meaning his hand was in it. But man hand, see, when Yah hand be in it, it's in it from the kingdom. When man hand get in it, he got both hands flipping and twisting and smearing and adding and putting it in this language and putting it in this language, wiping this away, adding this. No. By the time they finish dealing with it, by the time the flesh finished dealing with the King James Bible or the Bible itself, guess what? Or the 1611, guess what? You're gonna need the Holy Spirit. the Ruach HaKodesh, because that's going to be the only teacher that's going to be able to grab this stuff back together and make it make sense. And the way he make it make sense is from your inner man. He ain't got time to deal with your flesh. That's why he tell your flesh, just get in that book and study. Wait till I come so we can rightly divide that mess. No, they don't want that. Because they think that this is it, y'all. This is where the buck stopped. They think the Most High stopped in a book. Let me get on my topic. We're talking about women today. First and foremost, I want to let you all know that this topic is going to land on women today and where they stand in righteousness. Okay? I'm going to just lay it out. In righteousness, where they stand. Let me tell you where they stand. 6 foot under when it come down to righteous. That's about where they stand. So I want to just really kind of dig in deep in a way that we're going to understand some things about us as women today. Because we can't escape a lot of things in which we think we're going to escape. Oh, no, baby. No. You're not going to. But I just want to first start off in the book of Genesis where the spirit of the Most High Yah it's not going to. He has led me earlier, and I'm going to go on and start where he led me. Because let me tell you the truth of the whole matter. I wasn't going to even use the book. And he spoke to me while I'm around the house just doing things. He said, remember in Genesis? Let them get their book. They have read this, Deborah. Let's go. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1. We're going to talk about women today, okay? We're going to let you know where they ugly self stand in all this. Yep, they ugly self, because that's how they clown. Okay, so in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26, 27, and 28, and we're going to go a little bit in 29, but I want to show you how the throne orchestrated this somewhat, okay? Now, in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, Yah said, let us make man in our image. The image of the man that they speaketh of is man of the dust, but the image of the Father. Now, would you say that the image of Yah is flesh? Or would you say it is spirit? It is spirit. So that's what his image looked like. You will never get the Most High Yah image to look like these Negroes out here portraying he looks. No, they're not going to get it. That's the shocking thing that people are going to start to see. I think they're going to see in Mount Zion. But I will say here in Genesis chapter 1, verse 6, he speaks of our image. Our image is somewhere on him. And is him that he's calling our. That's his power, his right hand. Who, when he speaks, it brings everything forth. So that's our. That's connected to him. Okay, now watch this here. After our likeness, and let them have dominion over. I noticed it's a word in there, them. It's not saying him. It's saying them. It's not saying him. It's saying them. It's not saying him. It's saying them. Where they got him, I have no idea. Okay. So here it says, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So he's giving dominion to them. Not him, but to them. not him. But to them, not him. How did it get just to him? I have no idea. But I will say this. When you look at Genesis chapter 1, you got to feel this thing in the order of he that's on the throne speaking it, and it's being performed by the right hand. And this is why you need the Ruach, to be able to break it down to where you can see exactly the right hand performing what the spirit of he that sits on the throne speaking his word. So in 26, I noticed they were saying them. He was saying them. He want us to know that from the kingdom, from the throne in which he sat, it was never him. It was them. Could he have, let me ask you in the live chat, do you think he could have meant them as other men? In the live chat, would you say that maybe he meant them as other men? Could we actually say something like that when he say them in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26? When he say, let us make like our likeness and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowls of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Would you say that he is saying them as to say men? No. Why? Let us proceed. Verse 27. So Yah created man in his own image. Now you got to understand, in his own image. Who is that man in his own image? Okay. He's letting you know that I'm giving this man a spirit like unto me. That's my image, Deborah. Tell him. That's my image, said the Most High. Yah. His image is a spirit, and he gave us, each and every last one of us, a spirit through the breath of life. That's how we inherit the spirit. That's how we inherit his image. If any cat and dog on this earth have the audacity to say the image of what they look like now in the flesh is of the image of Yah, you's a liar. Okay? No. Okay? So in verse 26, it says, so Yah created man in his own image, and in the image of Yah created him. Okay, Father, why are you making this so sharp? Why do you got to say that so sharp like that? Why you got to go there? Let's go there again, Deborah. Okay? 26, 27. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26, 7. So Yah created man in his own image. In the image of Yah created he him. Male and female created them. So therefore it shows you that he wasn't talking, he was not saying them as men or other men. It was meaning male and female. Created he them. There go the two. So right there, you see that the will of he that sits on the mighty throne, that is the beginning and the end. He is Alpha and Omega. He is the I am. He is all power. He is all righteous. He is all faith. And he is all fear that's in his brain along with belief. He's all that all by himself. So when he said he made them male and female, okay, female, we talking about you today. There you go, baby. There you go, right up in here. Baby, he gave you dominion. He never took that back. He never took the fact that I gave you dominion. Oh, I forgot. You couldn't vote. You couldn't work. You couldn't work in the corporate company. You can't go here. You can't do this and you can't do this. Why? Why not? no, woman. They say you can't work side by side with them. You can't work in a corporate company. That does stretch all that out. But people take this book and they bam it across people's head, talking about the word. What did the Bible say? What did the Bible say? And they themselves don't even abide by the Bible. It was never created that woman was lesser than man. From Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27, he's calling them to be equal, and 26 was calling them both to have dominion at the same time. Then we go to verse 28. And Yah blessed them. Wait a minute. Was he blessing the men? No, he was blessing woman at the same time. He was blessing man. Now watch this here. And Yah said unto them, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion over the fish, the sea, the fowls, and over every living thing upon that moves upon the earth. Was he just saying that to man, or was he saying that to a woman? Woman, you left your purpose. That was your purpose right there. What make this so powerful, you guys? This was before sin. Girl, you gonna get yourself in trouble. You better stop that, Deborah. Sin wasn't even on the earth when y'all called that shot there. When that word of who he is spoke, that power called that shot right there. 99.15 billion would not accept the fact that they have moved out of the power of Yah's will for man and woman. They totally went the opposite way of what this said here. I know what they use Satan thing, the woman in the tree and being tempted, and God lower her standards. No. He just made sure one was above the other. But he never took the dominion. Oh, Father, Yah, out of woman's hands. All he did, see, what y'all did not know is in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, 27, 28, 29, the Father is putting his signature. And you know what his signature is? His spirit. He's putting his signature in the spirit realm to see when you come along and his Holy Spirit in you, he'll break it down even more to you than he have to me. Because his signature is already in it. He already done let this world know. When I poured the two up, I poured them to have dominion together. But whenever they want to say that I took that dominion, they won't find one scripture, no verse, no nothing to say that. You would never be able to get in here and find where he stripped what he created in the beginning. Why would he take away everything he set up in the beginning that when it was no evil, wicked, sin, or nothing? Matter of fact, let me hit you where you need to get hit at. There was not even a tree of knowledge of good and evil. So now what you got to say? This is where woman was from the beginning. She was already where she should be today. She should be today. But even her dominion was taken from her. Her right in righteousness. Why? What makes it righteous, Deborah? Because this was in the beginning before sin even stepped in the scene. The will of the Father created this way, not your way. But see how they have lived it? Longer than 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 years. And the only way they got, do y'all understand how they got to where it's at today? Because one took it, the dominion, out of the other hand in which y'all gave it to them. We're going to break this thing all the way down. That's why you see the word the way it is today. James Brown was right. And if you really listen to what he's saying, It'll blow your mind. Just pick up a YouTube and go on there and say James Brown. It's a man's world. James Brown whole song is saying nothing without a woman and a girl. He's telling you how man build this. And he said it's what Solomon said, vain and vax. It's worthless. That's how powerful James Brown message is. It's so powerful, somebody who are not in the spirit realm couldn't grip it. But I gripped it, and I don't even listen to the man's music. I said, wait a minute, bro. So you want me to show you what I did, y'all? I went deeper. I went to the concerts on YouTube. His live concert. I went there. Only when he was singing, This Is a Man's World. Blew my mind. I learned something I never knew exist in that level of that type of power. James Brown was singing it with this Italian man on stage, and him and that man sound really, really good. James Brown was singing it in a concert where you see all Europeans. I'm just showing all the concerts I've seen him sing. This is a man's world. But guess what they allowed him to do? Guess what they charged him to not do? They played the music over the song in which he was singing when he had to say, but the world will be nothing without a woman and a girl. They winged it out, y'all. Every concert I heard him sing that, they winged it out. I am not lying. They won't let it be said. They won't let it be said, y'all. Because it's the truth, y'all. That's how powerful the truth can be beat down and thrown down and destroyed. He went all the way over there into another country and was singing it, and it sounds so good. And I sat there and I said, wait a minute. Hey, Charles, come see this. This is a James Brown lover. He comes and he see it. He loves James Brown. He said, he can't do that. What you mean he can't do it? Them in Italy, them Europeans, they'll tell him in a minute, you sing the whole song, but when it come down to you to say the verse, the world will be nothing without a woman and a girl. They made him delete it. The music came in to take the place of him saying it. So this is the power, I tell you all, that you're missing in understanding. Because a lot of things is sat there real clear to see, but a lot of people don't really pay any attention to it. Don't focus or don't give a rat's behind about it. But with Sister Deborah, honey, when the Father put me in a position to where he's in me and he's so great, he gonna make sure I'm sharper than sharp. I'm sharper than sharp. So as you see in Genesis, here he sealed his order. He sealed his order. And then he created man. And he created man in chapter 2. And he placed man in the garden. And he gave him an instruction and a direction. And a consequence too. And then he told him, well, wait a minute, but this ain't looking good, bro. Hey, bro, this ain't looking good. This ain't looking good. Why is it not looking good? Y'all don't pay me no mind. When I was a teenager, I was like 18 and 19. I said, what you mean it ain't looking no good? Only one created it was you. And you said every time you created this and you did this, it was good. What's going on? What's not good? I'm silly. When I go before the Most High, y'all, I go full force in stupidity. You know, I just take it to the rim. He bagged my tail up and bagged me down too. Every time. And because I went to him, I said, well, wait a minute, hold up. You was talking all that. It was good, and it was good. I created this, and it was good. Hold up. You put man in the garden. What you mean it ain't good? What you mean? And he he had to share it with me. See how I say stupid things, but I'm gonna tell you something. He that created me, he know I ain't got no sense, but he give me all the sense in the spirit realm. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. So here it is. He puts man in a garden, and he has everything there for him, everything except something else. And then it is said, now we don't know if this is the order. Now for me, while I'm talking to you, I can feel it in my spirit that there was some smeared here. And I can't really give it to you exactly what was smeared, but I'm going to go in it just a little bit. So I'm like saying, well, what you mean it ain't good that he be alone? You put him in there. I didn't put him in there. Nobody here put him in there. You the one put him in there alone. He was saying the will of his plan. It doesn't look good without the finished work. Where's the finished work? The way heavens orchestrated it. I gave you a little something in Genesis, Deborah. That's what make it look good. When it's them, not him. Then he turned around, he said, and I, what does it say? In verse, in Genesis chapter 2, in Genesis chapter 2, let me get it out. Verse 18. And Yah said, it is not good that man shall be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. For him. Where you have to understand this here, he said he's going to make a helpmeet. As you go to 19, this is what it says. That's why I say you can see where it could have been 19 should have been up there with 17, and 18 should have swam down where the 19 is at, where he said that it is not good that man shall be alone. Let me make him a helpmeet. That should have been after 19 that says, and out of the ground Yah formed beasts of the field and fowl and of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Somewhere in there you can see something that shouldn't be, because if that was placed there, and 18 said it is not good that a man be alone, but I will make him a helpmeet, and then dropped down and made him something else instead of the helpmeet. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Just look at your book. Look at your Bible. In Genesis chapter 2, you see where he said, and Yah said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet. Now watch this here. And out of the ground, Yah formed every beast of the field and the fowls of the air and brought them to him. But you just said a helpmeet. So why is it the animals came when the helpmeet came after the animals? You see what I'm saying, y'all? I know y'all don't get it. That went straight over your head all the way down your back. This is where you have to, and I'm still going to bring it together, y'all. I don't give a rat's behind how it's smeared. I'm still going to bring that bad boy together. Now, watch this here. Now, when he said it is not law, in verse 18, Yah said it is not good that man shall be alone, but be alone, I will make him a helpmeet. Instant, he should have said after that, okay, it should have said, and Yah caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took a rib, and he closed his flesh instant, and then should have came, and the rib which Yah had taken from man made he a woman. That would have backed it back up to where it all makes sense. Somebody went in it and decided, watch this here, that I'm going to set it up. Watch this. That instead of making woman after you just said You're going to make woman him a help me, then you drop down and made animals? Come on now. Hold up. It doesn't match. Watch what I'm saying. It does not match Genesis. Watch this here. It does not match Genesis 26. I'm about to get in some trouble, y'all. I'm getting in trouble. I'm about to get into some trouble with myself. How about that? I'm about to get into. See, I wasn't planning on going all this way, this way, but he done took me all the way here. Now watch this here. I know y'all missing what I'm saying. Let's go in it again. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. After he had put man in the garden and dressed for him, and he charged him. He gave him the consequences of if he take of the tree of knowledge of and eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. He gave him the consequences. He gave him the law. He gave him the instruction. He gave him the direction. Right now we get to 18. Watch this here. And Yah said, "It is not good that man shall be alone. I will make him a helpmeet." Now, man, it's not good. Wait a minute, hold up. Everything you created, you said was good. So why is it now it's not good for man to be alone? Okay, I get you. So how did we drop from 18 and went into creating from the ground, beasts of the field, fowls of the air, and animals, and Adam naming all the cattle? How do we get there? Anybody in the live chat, I just need to know where y'all at. I just want to know, are you with me? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just wondering, are y'all lost in what I'm saying? Because when we tell you something, y'all done took me to a different level, a higher level in this, baby. And I had no idea it was there. This wasn't my plan to get on this, but I'm going, okay. You say we, do you understand that in verse 18, Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, Yah said, "It is not good that man shall be alone. I will make him a help meet." Good evening. Now that's in 18. Why in 19 and 20, after making 18, y'all don't get it. I can feel, in the spirit realm, I know y'all don't get it. And it ain't y'all fault. It ain't y'all fault. It's where y'all done took me. He pulled me over here in the deep. And I can't seem to take y'all to the deep because I got a feeling that you're lost in what I'm saying. Let me go over this one more time. And I'm going to go on, take you over in the deep. Your butt's just going to have to drown. All right? Okay. But you're going to drown in righteous. Okay? Okay. Here we go again. In Genesis chapter 2, you hear Yah you hear Yah in Genesis chapter 2 putting Adam in the garden. Okay? You see here, you hear that it says that he gave him the first instructions and the first direction, and he gave him a consequence. The consequence was not to take the tree of knowledge and good and evil, and thou shalt eat of it, and ye shall surely, that day that thou thereof shall surely die. Okay, that's 17. Then when he dropped over in 18, he says, Yah said, "It is not good." And Yah said, "It is not good." And Yah said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet." Now make him one then. Make him one. Right now, make him one. Make him one. Making him, that should have, let me show you what that should have been. That should have been, when he said in 18, then verse 21, 22, and 23, and 24 should have backed that bad boy up. It don't make sense, y'all. They mess with it. They tamper it. And I'm finna show you how. Want me to show y'all how? Let me show you how they mess with that. Okay, here we go. Again, 18 was Yah saying it is not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helpmeet. Once he said it, you already said it's not good, Father. If you already said it's not good, come on with it. Make him a helpmeet. Okay? Make him a helpmeet. No. Somebody went in it and put 19 and 20 above creating the helpmeet. Y'all don't see it. Y'all really can't see it, can you? You can't see how in 18 it tells that things are not good until he make him a helpmeet. Well, make him a helpmeet. Make him a helpmeet. How did the animals come? Why wasn't the animals anybody? Why is it the animals there? Why was the animals placed there? It's the power of the Roman Catholics who smeared this book to make sure man get the standards that was not given to him from the beginning. Now, until then, watch this. I want to take you to the deep. I really, 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 really want to take you to the deep, but you know what? Your butt gonna drown. You're gonna drown. I take you where I can take you. Your butt gonna for surely drown. But I'm gonna take your tail there anyway, cause righteous rests right there. So I said, and I will say to you what the Father said to me. He said, Deborah, if they don't know Genesis 1, they'd have missed the whole book. And I sit back and I say to you all today, if you cannot see Genesis 1 for what it is from the throne of the Most High God, you are terribly lost. I mean, like really lost. This is why his power been denied. This is why no power on the earth. Yeshua came with all his power, doing all kind of miracles and signs. All the world saw and heard. They followed him. They followed him day and night without fainting. I mean, hungry from one country to the other, one city to the other, following him. Why? Not because they believe in his word. They believed in the power that he set forth. And this is what's wrong with Genesis. There's nobody understanding that the power should have been identified long time ago in the beginning before the tree of life even entered. Check. Let me show you now. I'm going to go there. I don't care if y'all butts don't get it. I'm going to speak that truth tonight. Let me take you there. So as I'm sitting here listening to this, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all see me talking to y'all? Y'all see my reaction? You know why Sister heated? Because the Ruach speaking to me while I'm speaking to you. And I'm sitting here saying, wait, hold up. Where did that come from? That's what I'm saying in the inside. That wasn't what I want to teach. That's not what I want to talk about. But I'm going to land y'all butts right in it. Now, here we go. 18 said, and y'all said it is not good. And if it's not good, then make it good. Look what they put in there, y'all. 19 and 20. Instead of him making it good by creating woman, putting Adam down, taking the rib, and creating woman, do you see what the Roman Catholics done? They put in here, he made, listen to this, verse 19. Out of the ground, Yah formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the earth and brought them to Adam to see that see what he would call them. And whosoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Now watch this here. Verse 20. And Adam gave names to all the cattle and the fowls of the air and to every beast of the field. But Adam there was not found a help meet. That don't sound like he to sit on the throne, y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth of the matter. Y'all lost with the cause and without. Right there in verse 20 shows you that this is not the Most High Yah. This is not the Most High Yah right here, y'all. This is not the Most High Yah. This is not the Most High Yah here, y'all. This is not the Most High Yah. Because he wouldn't have split up the fact that he said it is not good that man be alone. I must make him a helpmeet. Wouldn't make it. The Roman Catholics, they put in there, drop down to the end of it, put cattle and beasts and fowls of the air. I'm mad, y'all. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm real mad now, y'all. I'm fired up. Because I feel I should have known this way back when he first showed me in Genesis 1 that they had for, if they don't understand Genesis 1, they don't understand none of it. Now I'm pulling up in Genesis 2 and seeing how they lied. Ain't no such thing as her being tempted by the serpent. And I'm going to show you why. Now I know I just broke that down to you. Let me just read and see if one of you all got it. That's good enough for me to go on. Let me see here. Woo! Praise the mighty Yah! Woo! Praise the mighty Yah! You got it. You got it. If man and woman was a woman have dominion, why then is Adam alone naming the animals? It don't make sense. Praise the mighty Yah. You nailed that, baby. You nailed that. I mean, you nailed it. Praise the mighty Yah. It don't add up. Let me show you why. You nailed it. You nailed that. The reason why I say that is this. It don't make sense. Why don't it make sense? Exactly what she just said. So why was Adam naming the fowls and the animal when Genesis 1 said they are to do it as them, not him? You nailed that thing. The spirit got to be in you. I would be like, who was that said? Flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you, but the Father from the kingdom himself. I just didn't think nobody was going to get it. Now I can press on. It don't make sense for Adam to be in Genesis 2, verse 19 and 20, having dominion, naming these animals when Yah said right here in Genesis chapter 26, 27, that they were going to have dominion together. So why wasn't woman created? You nailed that. You nailed that, bad boy. I like that, child. I like that. See, don't tell me what my Father can't do. He can speak through anybody. I'm sitting here thinking, oh, Father, come on now. You done stepped into me, showing me all this. And they ain't going to get it. That wasn't what I was going to talk about, Father. Yeah, here he is. This sister pulled up. Well, let me tell you. I love that. You nailed that, bad boy. Now, you see how you said that? Now, it don't make sense. It's not on one accord with Genesis 1, is it? You see what you just said? It doesn't make any sense. That shows you they've been in this book and smearing the mess out of it. Sister nailed that and said it nice and smooth. Praise the mighty y'all. Because I'm sitting here battling. I'm like saying, wait a minute. Okay, you say it is not good. Make it good. Make it good. And the moment I said that, he started showing me in Genesis 19 and 20. That ain't got no business being there, Deborah. Right when he said it was not good, I will make him a help me. What should have connect was, and Yah created, and Yah caused a deep sleep on Adam. That's what should have been said. So now you see what I'm saying when I say to you that they erase it and they smear things because it does not match Genesis 1 when there was no garden. There was no garden. So therefore, somebody is lying. Just like Adam sitting right there and she's entertaining the serpent. He has to entertain the serpent first and foremost because he was given the charge if it was true that he was created first. And if he was created first and a rib came out of him to make her, but they made it to where man is we're going to snatch the dominion out of them in Genesis 1 and make sure we apply it to him. You tell me if that ain't deep. That's what they did. And I try to tell y'all every year, let me get this person out because I don't want to hear nothing this person got to say. Wrong vibes for me. But yeah, I'm going to there you go. I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna move that every chance I get. But yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So it's sad, but I can use sad on that because y'all, don't you think it's okay for me to say sad? Here we are in the year 2024 after 6 to 10, 20. I ain't gonna say 20. Let me stop saying that many. 1,000 years ago. And here it is. It's still, this is what he meant. Remember, I've been saying that for the last 3 years. He said if they missed Genesis 1, they'd have missed the whole book. That means that Genesis 1 keep you lined up. And if you miss that, they can put anything in this book. Anything. Smearing it up and smearing it down. So I love it. You don't know what you did to my spirit to know. Because I will say again and again to you, flesh and blood did not reveal that to you. That means you didn't catch it because Deborah said something. You caught it because the Spirit of the Most High Yah gave it to you to know it. Because the way you swung it, perfect. You swung that bad boy. You swung it. You didn't cut it. You just cut the cheese. And Sister Deborah chasing it around the corner and all up the streets trying to get a feel that somebody getting it. And girl, let me tell you, you nailed that. I like that. So now when you see this, now we're finna go into, we're still talking about women. Now we're going to go into, woman. I like to know from you all, what is the definition of help meet? Help meet. Anybody in the live, pull up help meet, please. The definition of help meet. Anybody in the live? The definition of help meet. Help meet. I think it's HELPMATE. Help meet. Now, where is that found? That's found here in verse 18. Where he said, Yah said, it is not good for man should be alone. I will make him a help meet for him. And see, this is where you know something else is wrong. Yah said everything I created was for me, and for my name's sake. He never created nothing on the earth to please the flesh of no man, nor no woman. All creation was created for the purpose. Now, let me show you how deep that is. If he says He created evil and wicked and evil for the days of evil. Then what would make you think he created a man to have something so special on the earth as to she is for him and not him for her? Think I'm just dropping it in your bag if you got one. If you got a backpack, I just drop that in there. Do that make any sense? Everything he has created for his name's sake, for his purpose and his will. So when he says, let us make man in our image, not man. When he said, in verse 18, I will make him a help meet for him. This is where, they put for him. That should have never been in there. Because everything Yah created was for him, not for man. And see, that's the way they got, and they're teaching this book. They teaching it as if it's about man and not about woman. Yeah, I can talk. I'm still talking about women. I'm still talking about women, and I'm going to get down as I go on. But I want to get something straight. Okay? So what is happening is, how is it that, go back to where the sister ended up pulling it up. It said, and what it was right here in Genesis, where he said, and he created, Genesis 27. So Yah created man in his own image, and in the image of Yah created he, him, her, male and female created them. So it wasn't created that man had dominion to name all the animals in all the fowls and everything in the sea. When he turns around in 28 and said, Yah blessed them, and Yah said unto them, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion over the fish in the sea and over the fowls of the air and over every creature thing that moveth upon the earth. So it looks like someone went in there, instead of letting him make his helpmeet for him, they let you see that man had dominion. And it turned around and watch where it's deep at, y'all. Watch where it's deep. This is where I asked y'all to see that, and I don't know if y'all see that, where it says, and Adam called every living creature that was the name thereof. Now watch this here, verse 20. And Adam gave names to all the cattle, the fowl of the air, and to every beast in the field. But Adam, there was not found a help meet for him. What was them for? That's what them was about. You get what I'm saying? So it almost kind of show you that it was probably somewhere or another that he did make them, made Adam, and then took a rib out of Adam, and then made Eve. You see what I'm saying? Because when I questioned him and said, well, what's the deal with this here? And it was not good. Everything you said in Genesis with the power of your word, Father, and your right hand power, which was Christ, made it come forth. I said, everything you said it was good. This soul sister, little old hen, couldn't understand what is not good today. I didn't create him. You did. What you mean it wasn't good? So that's another show you that man didn't went into it. Because let me explain to you what I'm saying. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 4, it was good. When I get to verse, where is it at? Come on with it, Deborah. You got them all lined up. Oh, no. Genesis 1, verse 4, and it was good. Verse, where is it at? I know in verse 9, in verse, in verse 10, it says, and Yah saw, and it was good. And I know it's in verse 6 and verse 9, when he created it, it was good. You get to verse 12, God said, I saw and it was good. You get to verse, I know 18, it says, and God saw that it was good. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't know why I can't see it, but it's in every other verse. And God saw that it was good. So even when it get down to verse, I can't believe I don't have that marked. 25, before he created man. He said, it said in 25, and it was good. What I don't understand, everything he created, he said it was good. What happened that it become not good now that Adam is in the garden? He have been given his first instructions and direction and consequence, but now it is not good. Y'all better understand. Y'all better get that. Somebody did smear something up and down. They turned around and gave all creation to Adam. And this is the key that did not make sense to me. And listen to this. This is what got it. Adam called every living creature that was named thereof. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not what I want to do. And it says, wait a minute, verse 19, and help me. And out of the ground, Yah formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air and brought them unto Adam to see what would he call them. That's one part right there. Brought to Adam to see what he would call them. And now here it is, y'all. Here it is. Whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Now, how did it get to Adam already when in Genesis 26, 27, 28, and 29, letting them know that y'all going to do this thing together. Y'all going to have dominion together. Y'all going to work on this thing together. So what would you say is a helpmeet? Did anybody ever pull up the helpmeet? You see, it makes the helpmeet just kind of, if you take it apart and use the word help. Just think about that, y'all. Partner, thank you. That's the definition. That's the definition. Partners or companion. You see? So why was that said in verse 18? He don't seem like he needed a partner in 19 and 20. He's taking on the whole task. When 21 said them, how did he get stuck with the whole mission? Man put it in there. He put it in there so that they can steal the dominion in which you see today. Did y'all let him? Yes. As I wrote a letter to my mother, people do not understand. Heaven's orchestrated the beginning and the end. That's why Sister Deborah ain't got no business down here trying to clown. She ain't got no business down here trying to pretend she's holier than thou. And here it is. He didn't pulled up 2 books in the kingdom. You better check yourself. You can be in the books to the lake of hell. Down here playing, heaven already got it marked down and he got it written, and you down here clowning. Why are you clowning? And heaven got it locked in. While we down here acting like fools. He sitting back saying, that's the one I got over here. He in that book. She in that book. Oh, they in those books right there. While y'all down here clowning, thinking you pulling the wool over his head. You ain't making no fool out of my Messiah, not my Messiah, my king on that throne. You're making a fool of yourself. They done went in this book and they done smeared it upside down, downside up. And that's why Revelation chapter 10 say, I'm finished. It is finished. Go back. Revelation 10, you hear y'all telling the angel he finished. The mystery is finished. Only way you're going gonna get it is through the prophets. And he ain't talking about just any prophet or prophetess. He's talking about those that are of his light, that speaks spirit and truth toward who he is first and foremost. And where he plays a role in any and everything on this earth. He ain't sending nothing down here for us to assure nobody nothing. That was a part of my letter to my mother today. He ain't walking on needles on our behalf. He got everything already written. That's why Yeshua was telling Satan that was tempting his mental state of mind. Bro, it's written already. He said it to him 3 times, to where when Satan got to him on the 3rd time, Satan said, it's written if you just would fall over. As far as he's going off the mountain, in a sense, it was suicide, child, whether y'all knew it or not. You go off of here, he'll have a legion of angels picking you up. Yeshua tell him, wait a minute, bro, it's already written. That means we can't come down here. Satan, you can't come down here and reverse who he is in the heaven. We can't come down here trying to reverse the throne, trying to control the power of my Father from his throne, and don't have a lick of power ourselves. But yet we want to walk around here and portray we all that and something. We got the power to do A to Z. Baby, we still stuck on A. Stupid. Now, as we see help me, he's sending this man help. Now, nan one of y'all tales ever thought of it like that. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful to know that the Father would send, would give, would have some help for the man. Why did the man need help? Because the man could not meet. Woo! Man could not meet the will of the Father by himself. That's why you see them in Genesis 1, verse 26, 27, 28 as them. Because it takes them to meet the will of the Father. So he was doing what? He was sending help to man in the beginning to meet his will. And what is his will? To bring life, first and foremost, of human on the earth. See, we thought it's about the pleasure of a man. That's why she was created. That's the way they got everybody thinking. 15 billion people really think that. She was created for him and not for her. That's the work of the wicked, of the darkness that has created. And once Sister Deborah understood it through the Ruach, nobody on now one of these Deborah platforms taught me this. I'm going to give credit to where it's due. The Ruach told me, get in there. Get in there. Get that globe. Do you know what the European nations is consist of? I said, no. Well, get in there and learn. Let's go. When he broke that thing down to me, I already knew that Roman Catholics are Europeans. You see the power in where they exist on this earth. I give it to them. I don't care what y'all tell us talking about. These people, this type of power is really real, y'all. This is no play. Then when he showed me they have 50 nations and now they have others. They got 50 nations in their European organization. Every last one of them are Europeans. That's how they was able to get away with Israel. All those Europeans over there, that's how they was able to steal the identity. They too ignorant to know they didn't steal nothing. They where I want them to be. They don't understand that. United States, they ain't done nothing. Them Europeans there is where I want them to be. But he said all of them from America, from Israel, all of them are part of the European nations. European have scattered their people all over the world to rule and have dominion on the four corners. On the four corners. And I want to let you know how excited the Most High Yah is for the day of God and Magog. He's excited about that. I know y'all didn't know that, did you? Oh, yes, he is. Because that's the day he going to bring all 50 and all other Iran and Ethiopia and who else? Dang, I say that every time. It's another one. I'm bringing them all down with one fire, and we run around. The thing I do not like is when people think that y'all gonna be down here fighting battles. How can he fight a battle when all he has to do is blink his eye and the whole world is gone? I don't know why we just think he's just a wimp. He just he got to fight the battle. He coming to do. Ain't no, this is me. I'm a prophetess in the wilderness, and it's no battle on this earth that can even look like it's worth defeating my Yah. You hear what I say? I sit and I tell y'all about 50 states, the European government, the European nations and Roman Catholic. See, Roman Catholic is the European nations. Y'all didn't know that, did you? They're all in this together. This is why that, well, you know how y'all talk about, people be talking about P. Daddy and Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm just talking about Judah. And they become my TD Jakes and all of them. They all are puppets for the European nations. And the Catholics are the power that is within it. You see? That's how they did it so well. See, y'all thinking over here. See, I'm gonna show you what's wrong. People that is African Americans and so-called tribe of Judah, they don't understand when these churches over here are sending money over to Israel. Oh, they sending money over to Ukraine. Y'all ignorant. Y'all straight up ignorant from the floor. That's how ignorant our people are. Why wouldn't they send money over to Ukraine? Those are Europeans. America is Europeans. Why wouldn't they send money over to Israel? Why wouldn't all the churches here in the country, in the United States, why wouldn't they send money over to Israel? They're all Europeans. I don't get why they don't even teach and preach that. It ain't meant. That's why the gate is so narrow, and only those that y'all have assigned to find it. Because no one even desire to know where the gate is or where the light to the way to the gate. Everybody wants to be on these platforms and be something they are not. They want to feel a certain way. They want to look a certain way. They want to act a certain way. They want to be something in their flesh and be anorexium and ready to die in their spirit at a blink of an eye. Do you all know that we sit here on this here platform and we really believe tomorrow is promised to us? It's not now one of us. I can go in my room and go to bed and never wake up. I can go out tomorrow morning and have a car accident and be up out of here. That's why I tell you, fill your backpack up now. Get the light and spirit and truth in your spirit. So whenever that time comes, too many of us are looking for tomorrow. We're looking for the Babylon to come down. We're looking for all the things that this country is going to be doing. Why are you looking for all those things? Do you know you're going to be in here when it's going on? Oh, yes, he's going to take heads out. But could you say you are his? I'm a living witness. I'm a living witness. I feel him in me. I know that he's in me, but I don't know if I'm going to be going. You know why? Because I can leave here before then. You see what I'm saying? So I think what is happening, so many people are locked in, so sure that they got their one-way ticket to Mount Zion and they ain't caring about nothing. Now listen to this. It's telling you, I'm gonna show you, this is how you all really might not understand when he says in Revelation 10, and he told that other angel, it's finished. The mystery is finished. The only way we're going to get it is through the prophets, my servants. And he wasn't just talking about the prophet of yesterday that put out the warning. He was talking about the prophet that's going to be in the midst of you, that he's going to give you the right now word, what exactly happening. You see? And if he can't give you, now see, this is where I have a problem. This is where my problem is at. And maybe y'all can help me with this. This is where I have a problem. It's hard for me to grip the fact that I'm a prophetess for the tribe of Judah and the house of Israel, but I'm in the midst of the tribe of Judah, so I know my mission is there. How could people be prophets to go give warning to the world when it's vain and vast? And the world ain't giving y'all no more warning. Y'all say it's finished. So what is it he want the world to know? Y'all ready for the world to see, not to give them warnings to know, because he know if he give them warning to know, they ain't gonna change. Look how we're going to be taken out of here. Stinky and nasty as evil and wicked as I don't know what. Israel and Judah gonna come up out the four corners like that, y'all. Only way y'all gonna put his hand on your tails is when he gets you to Mount Zion. He ain't putting his hand on your nasty tail until he gets you to the promised land. Up in the promised land. And then he gonna clean your filthy tail from head to toe. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. That's why it's important to have a backpack with spirit and truth in it, holding you a light that you may see in the midst of all this darkness that's on this world. Let's get to the problem of the woman. Now, the woman is said right dead in y'all eyeballs, a help meet. Why is she a help meet when in Genesis she was considered them already ordained to have dominion already and to be what she is? When you get to the help, that shows you a help meet matches Genesis. She's created as he, male and female, in them. So she's going to help him have dominion, help him name the animals, help him with everything. And the meat comes in to meet the Father's will, not to meet the will of the flesh, you guys. That's what the world has told and fed our men, that woman was created to meet the desire of your flesh. Y'all ain't created nothing on this earth for us to look at it as it's created for the flesh of our desire of lust. That's why lust is so heavy in the whole wide world. They don't care about messing with babies. They don't care about messing with little boys. It is worse than it has ever gotten. It's worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. It is gone out of the way. Just like the days of Noah. every imagination and thoughts of a man or of a woman of humans was evil and wicked. Every thought. This is why they can't see, they can't hear what I'm saying. This is why they can't behold that they had it wrong all the time. Ain't gonna never make it to the right hand end. They ain't gonna never be able to get on the right end. So here she is. Help! Help! The house is on fire! Help! Don't I need help? I need help. Why? I'm in the fire. I need help. That's what a woman is for, to help. Meet the will of the Father. From where? From the kingdom. Y'all, this is coming from the kingdom. This meet is not to meet a man lust and desire and pleasure like all these men has taught these women to believe. And this is why they chase all these surgeries and wear all these weaves and wigs. I do it for mine. When I took my hair down, you guys, had really grew. The moment I had it down for 2 weeks, it was falling out like crazy. So I said, let me put this stuff back in here. You see what I'm saying? Until I get it to a length where I can afford to lose half of it. Okay? So what I mean is, and when I do stuff, I don't ever want to do stuff so somebody on the outside will look at me. Ever. When my light is shining, when I get out here and my light is shining, you know what I do, y'all? Let me get in the car. Let me go. It's time to go. I try to get in the house. Somebody walk up on me and tell me, you know what, ma'am, you know what? You got a light about yourself. Okay. Oh, thank you. Time to get up and get in the house. Because it's no play, y'all. Now, we in this topic about women. Now let's get to the core of really what our women are doing today. I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all will not understand. If Genesis was before sin hit the earth, it says she's supposed to have dominion. Okay? So we know she don't have dominion and she ain't never had it. Somebody took something away that y'all created one way. Y'all never took that from her, as they said, because what she did. Now, man, it's going to be, y'all, all of that. You got to pay attention to what's that detail. I think that all of that was a lie. I ain't going to think it. I know it was. Because how could she, who wasn't given the order, be tempted, and he that was given the order is right next to her? So, could she be tempted if he was the only one created to receive the instructions and direction and the consequences? So, if he was given, it was given to him, why did she have the consequences for the whole? Why did she have the fault all the way for all these thousands of years, y'all? That's the power that Yah has suffered to be on the four corners. They did a good work on it. That's why these women was placed in an area where they weren't with the man. See, what Yah was trying to say to women today is that same dominion I gave him, I gave you. Even they nonsense of saying that man shall rule over you. He said, if we would, as women, would look at that and dissect it, it still did not take what I said in Genesis. You having dominion. Where did I take Genesis and say you no longer have the dominion? You still have the dominion to be just as good as he is. I did not take that from you, women. You took it from yourself because you got busy doing things to please man, and you never pleased my throne where I sit. You got so busy desiring a sex partner. You wanted this love. You wanted somebody in the bed with you. You wanted somebody there. And that's why you was used up till you can't be used anymore. And you're looked at as trash now on the face of the earth. You are the most hated. Even though we turn around, we flipped it. Now watch this here. Watch what he's saying. Now watch what he's saying. We flipped the hate and said, all our men are the most hated men on the face of the earth. No, baby. No, baby. You are the most. Black women, melanated people from the tribe of Judah, you are the hated women on the face of the earth. And when we explain it to you, you not only hated by other nations, you hated by your own men. So how you like me now? That's why you the hated. You are the most hated on the face of the earth. So don't think that these men are the most hated. It's these women. And the reason why you see in Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, 7 women to 1 man, y'all was trying to get y'all to use your sense. Why is it so less of a man? Because I'm going to destroy them. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 24. And Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. And then he said, Deborah, tell her. And I told the women I was going to do it. And they run around here with no sense. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So you're going to even have it even harder, because it's going to be your brothers, your fathers, your uncles, your husband, your boyfriend, your grandfather, your everybody. He's going to bring them down. That's what the war is that's coming here in this country. That civil war. So I know a lot of y'all thinking Judy going to pull up and go on out. No, baby, it's those that are marked that's going to pull up and pull out. That small remnant. And I just love how that word remnant, small remnant. I love that because it matches 144. While we thinking this, you got 50 million Judah people in this country, in this United States, 50, 40 million or more. What is 144 on all in the whole world that he taking? Isn't that a small remnant? But see, they don't think. They don't mentally, it's not there, y'all. Women lost their position from Genesis 1. And I wanted to tell you all that. You lost your position then. They have full power over you. Just as Satan has full power over the majority. Why? Because you gave it to her. You gave it to her. This book is a book that either it can make you or it can break your darn tail. And it needs to break your tail if you don't have the Ruach. Because this is what everybody living on. At the same time, everybody living on this book, they also dying on it. How about that? How about that? They living on it and they dying on it at the same time. They have no spirit and truth. Yeshua said the day is now and the day shall come, Deborah. The day, the D-A-Y, not an S, Deborah, not an S, but the D-A-Y, letting you know the end days with spirit and truth. It's going to be speaking. And y'all is not in the business of sending people to warn the world. What are they warning them for? It's over for the Gentiles. Or did y'all not know that? That's why the judgment is on Israel, the house. Because the time of the Gentiles is over. A lot of y'all ain't even recognizing why they doing all the stuff that they doing on the earth. It's all in the opening. And the reason why that is, it always been. They always been doing stuff like that. But what they're doing, the United Snakes have sold this country out long time ago. And right now, they're at the point where it ain't about a black and a white thing to us as far as how we done sold this country out. When we take their money, we're going to take yours. When we close their retirement, we're going to close yours. When we shut their store down, we're going to shut yours. When we close the jobs down, we're going to close your jobs down. You see, it ain't going to be a black and white thing, y'all. Now, the white people are going to act a monkey. Oh, yeah. Because they're going to have to feel, I got to first, what was it? I have to first destroy what's in front of me so it won't be found behind me. So their thing is going to be, okay, we're going to have to want to throw down toward the race that we are fearful of. We got to get rid of them because we don't want them in the back of us, meaning coming up on them. But they're going to go after those that's going to be left because these immigrants are coming over to destroy your cities, your state, your area. So all the guns that they send here in your cities and in your area, they out there killing each other. Don't even understand that they didn't put a snake in their community to come take them out, and they ain't got the sense. They ain't got the sense because they gone. They gone all the way, y'all. They gone. Judy gone. They can't even see what's going on. They can't see nothing that's going on. They can't take heat. They can't feel it. They can't discern it. They can't. Now here it is on all these different medias, all these TVs and NBC, CBS, CNN, on all our news in every state. And here it is all over Instagram, all over Twitter, all over TikTok, all over YouTube. And you mean to tell me you don't see a darn thing? They don't see anything. They still beefing, wicked and evil toward each other, all on these devil platforms, especially on YouTube. You got the rappers now. Y'all ain't noticed it. They out here fighting and killing each other. Ain't got nothing to do. One is west and one is east. What are y'all talking about? The judgment, Deborah. I'm showing you who they are. You've been having to see who they are for the last 6 years. Now you really see it now. It's to see, y'all. It's to see it. And it's not good to. I said something yesterday about writing stuff down that Judy was doing, and someone said something like, "I don't want to write all this stuff that Judy is doing, all this evil." That is so true. It's you're right. You shouldn't write it. But I tell you one thing, y'all ain't gonna let it not be seen by your own eyes. Because a lot of times we think if we can just hide it, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. But back to this, let's get a little bit on this woman. First and foremost, when you're really able to sit down at home and break down, help and meet, you'll realize that it matches Genesis, them. And he's saying, I need her to help you to meet my will. So man comes in and says, I'm going to make him something for him. But how's that meeting y'all's will, or how is it helping her? Because y'all made her for him, it doesn't make sense. And you can't make sense of it. That ain't what he does. Y'all don't make stuff so that flesh can find pleasure. And this is why flesh have found pleasures messing with 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, little boys and little girls, sex trafficking. And they said on nationwide television and all these big time media, some of them got their own station, sitting here saying United States is the #1 sex trafficking in the country. First, it was China, y'all, about 40 years ago. But when China went into the organ trafficking, they let United States snatch sex trafficking. Everything this country was built on was stuff like that. And this is how they get away with stuff. But then someone would deny me from even being who I am or what I'm doing or what I'm saying. But then the world is here, got their foot all the way up in your rectum, all the way to your kneecap. But yet you will say something toward spirit and truth with the light in the right hand, trying to give you some insight of the way to the narrow gate and the light so you can see in this darkness. And it might be when people don't have the light in their right hand, they can't see what Sister Deborah's talking about. So that makes a lot of sense too. But women, where we are today is where we need to understand. I believe that we're not going to turn the tables. I'm going to go on and let you know that. Y'all is not going to let us get in it and turn the tables. But I will say to you, just that help meet is what you today can consider. That if he said help meet, now I understand his purpose, his intent. It makes me understand that I'm just not a sex toy, or I'm just like a maid or somebody who just cook and clean and walk around here looking like a mop head because they want you to dress a certain way while they got you under captivity and slavery to their sick mentality, having no respect for when Yah said in the beginning, we are them in this. I am your help meet. I got to help you meet something, bro. It's gone. It's gone. That we would never get back to. Now, this is why Sister Deborah needs what I have, the Ruach. Because I'll be a cuckoo clock now. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. They would have to not put me in a straitjacket. They would have to put me in a cast iron coffin. Because I would be just that cuckoo clock had it not been for that Ruach in me. Because what I'm trying to say to you, I can see everything plainly. Now, what I'm going to tell y'all something a lot of y'all don't know. Listen to this. I said earlier today, but if I can speak to the women and try to take another year speaking to women about getting in the proper place or lining up where you should have been and where you need to be, and being that help meet in a way where you can meet the will of the Father according to his will, not so much as how they have placed us. But if I could take this year and just really deal with women and how I could minister to them in a way that they can see clearly that not only is man 100 times 100 out of order, we too are, I say 50 times 50 out of order. Okay. And to understand being out of order is being out of the will of the Father in the way that he has created. We didn't love on our men so much. Now, I want you to understand that's not Yah's love. That's man, the flesh love. We didn't love on them so much. We have lost our integrity, our dignity, our mindset, our skills. Everything about us is messed up from the floor. So this is what I said today. If I can take a year and minister to women, and you know what he told me? You couldn't do it. The Spirit talked to me just as clear. You couldn't do it. And I'm like saying, oh, wait a minute, hold up now. If I can minister to the women, like the elders talk to the young women, but I can minister spirit and truth in a way to get them to see how they should be more supportive of Judith, the men, or what you call African American men, and teach our women that all this other stuff that they're talking about, it has nothing detached to him that's sitting on that throne. Okay. Just like I asked him years ago, why wouldn't you get them people off them trees? Why did you let them kill them people like that? Why did you let them do this? I'm still on the throne, but where are they? See, we think y'all answer to us. He don't answer to you. Did you know that he saw them hanging from that tree before heaven and earth was created? He saw that in the kingdom like it is on the earth. See, the world got you thinking the world caused the shot and the kingdom got to catch up with the world. Well, that's where you messed up from the floor. But let me tell you about this. So I was just thinking that, and I was like, I was just walking around cleaning up, finding something to clean up, and just going on about my business. And I'm like, maybe I do that for a year. I didn't say I was going to do it. I said, I need to do that, to do something to try to minister to these women because they're out of control. It ain't that I see men gone. I see the women out of control. Let me say that again. It ain't that our men are gone. I see the women also out of control. Okay? So when I went to Deuteronomy 28, when I get here in Deuteronomy 28 and 53, in Deuteronomy 28 and 53, it says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy own sons and thy own daughters, which Yah has given thee in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee. Now, listen to this. Now, here we are in 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward his wife of his bosom. Now, just imagine a wife of your bosom. You're going to be evil toward them. What do you think that means? Anybody in live chat, what does it mean? The wife, listen to this, Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. Now, I want you to understand, it's letting you know that our men of Israel and Judah, is going to be evil toward their own brethren. So this is why you see them out here killing each other. Okay, now watch this here. And toward the wife, not wives. Let me check that. Let me check that. Wife, not wives. Okay, of his bosom. So what do you think he mean when he said wife of his bosom? What do that mean? She said, he ain't having it. What do that mean when it says, now we're not talking about what the verses said. What does it mean when it says wife of his bosom? Anybody know? You notice it don't say wives. Yeah, I noticed that, huh? Okay. And that's back in Torah. I need someone to tell me when it says he's going to be evil toward the wife of his bosom. Anyone know what he mean by that? His bosom, the man's bosom. You know, the bosom is here. The one that lays with him at night, where he comfort her. She lays up in his chest night and day. He's going to have an evil eye for the one that's laying right here. Right. His heart. Thank you. That's pretty much what it is. But wait a minute. She all in his bosom and wait a minute. And that's his wife. So he going to have evil? That's what you're seeing today, y'all. I know we want to make y'all the lie so we can live the lie that we think is. Now, I'm not telling everybody that this is what your household is like. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to take women somewhere. Okay, watch this here. Okay, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Why is it not a African American nor a Negro on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram ever spoke this. Y'all will sit here and hear me saying this to y'all and act like y'all in dumb city somewhere. Now listen to it again. It says, the wife of his bosom, that's letting you know she's laying in his bosom. At nighttime, that's his heart. You know, that's his baby. That's his woman. He's going to have an evil eye. Okay? And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So women, they said that the reason why Black homes are messed up and divorces is because of you. Y'all gonna wipe that mess up clean. When we get to that Mount Zion, women, when you get there, you're gonna be wondering, where's the men? Where's the men? Just like it says 1 to every 7, you know why? You're gonna be looking around hoping that you're gonna get the name that he has, which is gonna be called holy. Any man that makes it to Mount Zion, y'all gonna seal him in the name of holy. So she's saying, I want to be called that name that you have, which is holy. She ain't saying she won't no darn Negro in the promised land. That's the last thing gonna be on their mind. You coming out of all this chaos, and he finna clean you and get you right, and you gonna be looking to be under a man. You gonna be looking to be under the Most High Yah. It's gonna be holy. Who steps in the realm of holy looking to be called by a man's name? This is how sick they are. Let's get back to the women. So it says here that he was going to leave his children so that he will not give to any of them of his flesh, of his children, whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in all the days. Now see, these men can sit here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook and lie to y'all women. This is how weak women are. So I understand what he's saying, weak. You weak in understanding. You weak in comprehending. You weak in knowledge. You weak in wisdom. You weak. And here we are in the end day, and you have to pick up any and everything to just make it and run on. And you still found weak because you own the dating site. These people don't want you. You got to want yourself and wait for y'all. You go places where y'all can send someone to you. Instead, you own a dating site. You running around here trying to dress away to draw attention because you still don't know that love ain't got nothing to do with it. Especially the love that you think is love. It's the sick love of the flesh. Now, here in Deuteronomy 28, you all have lied. Y'all lied again on the Most High Yah. Y'all told you exactly what split up Judah and Israel homes. Y'all told Judah exactly how the foundation of his home was going to be destroyed in the land of their captivity. And you sitting around and you have sold these sick, silly women, loaded with sin, following your wicked teaching, your wicked understanding, your wicked interpretation, your wicked knowledge. And they is as wicked as you are. That's why the dark, it's midnight dark out here, y'all. That's why. So, right here, it shows you the part of how the men in the land of captivity is going to be living. Why are we thinking that we gonna make Yah a lie so we can live our life. Let's pull up. Let's go on, because now you finna see woman. See, Yah, that's the one thing about the Most High Yah. He put that T's across and that dot on that eye. He got that thing nailed from that kingdom. That throne is mean to me, y'all. I don't care what none of y'all say. That throne is something else. Now, here we go. Listen to this. So that verse 56 says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her husband. You hear that, women? You're going to have just an evil eye toward your husband as he has for you. So what did that mean? Going back to Genesis, when he said them. So we have an issue in Deuteronomy 28 that brings you back to them. So we can't say in Deuteronomy 28, one is worse than the other. What we're going to go be doing and what we're going to be going through. Let's continue. But I'm going to show you how we're going to crack the code. We're going to crack that bad boy. We finna crack that bad boy. Now watch this. Verse 56. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her husband. Her eye shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom. These were two bosom. Their heart was one. They're together. You notice it's letting you know these are a husband and a wife. This is not a husband and his wife and his wife and his wives and his concubine, whatever's pine, and his wife and his wife. This is wives. So right there, he telling you in the land of your captivity, who in the rats behind in Torah told you that you're going to have wives? It didn't say that in Deuteronomy 28. And it's living out today where you're at in captivity. Where is the wives it's talking about? I know. You can't find them. You ain't going to find them. And then you run your tail over here talking about Torah, trying to teach Torah. Teach it right. So here it is that the woman is going to be likened to the same way that the man toward the husband, she's going to have an evil eye toward her husband of he that is of her bosom. Now watch this here. And it says, and her eye shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. So even toward her she's going to have an evil eye toward her son and toward her daughter. Let's continue. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet. That mean I'm sure that mean all the babies and all the kids she having. I mean the children. And toward her children, which she, even the young ones, I guess that mean, which she shall bear. Now she's going to bear these children. For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege, and straightness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in the gates. And if thou wilt not observe to do the words of this law. Now listen to this. The difference between, this is where I can't really, and it's starting to bother me. It's starting to bother me, you guys. It really is. It's starting to bother me that we done gone this far and still haven't went anywhere. You know how I'm speaking of a race. Here goes Sister Deborah. I'm finna do a 440 relay. That means 4 of us in the race, and they got me in the middle. I'm the let's say the third runner. And the first runner take off with the baton. She turns it over to the second one. When I'm the third one, I'm in the lane to run the race. And the second one running and running. And I got my hand back and keeping my eyes on the lane, waiting for her to slap it into my hand. She slaps it into my hand and I stop. That's the way I feel. No go, don't finish the race. Don't run the race to give it to the last runner to win the race. I just stop right at the third runner. Well, that's what I see. That's what I'm seeing. Nobody is completing the race. It's like everybody has bailed out of the race. And I say unto you, stick firm to spirit and truth. Stick firm to having that light in your right hand. Don't go no left, no right. Don't go into the darkness looking for trouble, asking for trouble, desiring trouble, thinking you can fix trouble. Because, baby, let me tell you something. Having the light in your hand don't mean you finna go into darkness and get it right and straighten nothing out. Don't go out here thinking that you can get out here and you can straighten what it is. Because many times I thought, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I thought that, okay, I'm going to go out here and start feeding the homeless and ministering to people. And the Father said, not so. That's not what day you in, baby. And I'm like, so what if I go out here ministering and video and ministering to the people? Deborah, it's over. It's finished. You shouldn't go out there. What he's saying is, I know you got the light in your right hand, your spirit and truth. I'm greater in you, but don't go out in there. That's how dark we are, y'all. That's what situation we're in today. And I know you all don't feel that way, and you shouldn't feel that way, because if greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world, and he ain't in you that same way, I will tell you, go. Because he knows me. I would desire to do just that. I would desire to do just that. I'm gonna tell you what's coming to me now is I can probably go into the hospitals. Don't even go into the prison. And I was, I ain't even get there. I'm gonna keep that between me and y'all. Don't go into the prison. Because all of these men are coming out talking about how they had to be raped from the time they was in there 10, 20, 15 years, no matter how buffed and big. And because this is what our people do. Now, when you get over here to the Europeans and the Italians that's over here and the Mexicans, they don't go like we go. I mean, y'all don't believe that. We are some monsters in the prison system. I work for 3 prison systems, so don't tell me. Melanated people, melanated men, that sick stuff. Hey, anytime a man want to break another man, let me tell you something. You Satan himself. Anytime a man want to break another man from his manhood. Anytime somebody want to take a man and strip a man from his manhood. This is what Judith is, even in the prisons. I kid y'all not. That's why these women on dating sites and going all to these places, taking on these men and they killing them. Because they don't understand these men is hardcore gone. They got Satan playing in them when they get out. And you running your tails around here because you want a man in your bed, okay? You want some man to talk to make you feel good, because he ain't telling you nothing good. He don't know you like that. You don't know him like that. Okay? So here in Deuteronomy 28, he gave us a setup. But what's wrong with the setup? Anybody know? Here I go again. Hey. What's wrong with the setup? Deuteronomy 28. What's wrong with the setup? And I'm about to cry. I am about to cry. Because it's so true. And y'all probably can't see it. Go back to Deuteronomy 28. Read Deuteronomy 28, verse 54 and verse 55, verse 56, and verse 57. I'm about to cry. And if I could get, you know what? What's the difference? Deuteronomy 20 got to set up from the floor. Deuteronomy 28 got to set up from the floor. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Y'all go on and read it and tell me what you can see. I don't even want to read it again. Anybody see it? Anybody in the live chat? Anybody? That's a hard one to see, but it's a sad one. And I'm still talking about woman. I'm still talking about you. You need to also read Isaiah chapter 4, starting with 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and get the understanding of 7 women to 1 man. A lot of people don't understand why those dry bones that Ezekiel is speaking of, and see a lot of them so ignorant, they don't understand Ezekiel's in the vision. He's not in reality. He's in the vision. He was in the vision before the presence of the Most High Yah, talking to him in the vision. Can these dry bones live? And one thing about them dry bones, it was an army. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not for sure, but I believe it's an army of David that fought with David. You remember that army that had to, because David had killed his soldier for counting how many was in the army, and Yah punished David by asking him, I think it's either 3 or 4 things that could happen, and David said, let the plagues come upon my men, and the plagues came upon the soldiers and killed thousands and thousands of David's army, because David chose that for the punishment of what he did, chopped off his army. I believe that's David's army. That's why it speaks of David on Mount Zion. I think it's going to be some sort of connection to David's army, because he said he's going to pull them up and bring the multitude of men to Mount Zion. You see? So women ain't got no problem preparing yourself to understand. Your tail ain't going to need that you thought you needed. Now, did anybody see it? No one seen it? The difference, y'all. And the only reason why I say I want to cry, because I'm 63 years old. I've read Deuteronomy. I didn't see what I see now. And it answers so many questions. So many questions. And it makes every man, not every, it makes every man, not every, it makes every man a lie. And this is why women don't understand why their marriages and their family is broken up. It's because the lies from Genesis 1 is still going on. And this is why they are not going to get victory in this land. I don't care how many houses they built. I don't care how many communities they built. I don't care how much land they built. Y'all letting them build it up just to pull it down. That's what that's all about. Y'all letting them build it up just to pull it down. That's what it's all about. And the whole world is going to see. That's what it's all about. And I'm speaking of Judah. I'm the prophetess in the midst of Judah. I'm telling you what I know. Y'all ain't playing with you. Women, many of you do not understand the tribe of Judah, who know that they are a Hebrew Israelite of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's bloodline, have no idea that here in Deuteronomy 28 is what we rolled in on. That was our so-called awakening. Deuteronomy 28. We rolled on it. But that's all we did. We rolled in on the 3 words they gave us: the slave ship, the yoke around our neck, and it was the slave ship, the rope around the yoke around our neck, and captivity. I think it is. Yeah. That's what they opened up this not open it up. They fed to all, not to all, because it ain't no more than 7 or 8% of Negroes in the United States take on the fact that they are Israelites in the tribe of Judah. That's just how little know anything about it, nor care not to know. 92% don't give a rat's behind. They want to do what the Europeans, what the Catholics have set up for them from the floor up. They ain't turning to nothing or no understanding. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something right here, y'all. I just went over that Deuteronomy 28, and what I found here was the man left his children. The man not only did he leave the children so that he will not give any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left in the siege. He left the children, y'all. Judah and Israel. I'm going to speak of Judah. You all sat around and believe all the things that the slave owners and masters did to our men and our women. But y'all want you to know today, 6,000-7,000 years then gone by, and you all still cannot see truth in the year of 2024. Man of Israel and Judah had left their children and would not feed them. But when you drop down to the woman, she had an evil eye toward the man and his children and her children, their children, the children, all of them. But you don't see her leaving him. And that's why I told y'all to just look at it. And I hate that y'all didn't look at it and just read it. Just basically read it. And this is why our Judah men can't see that they've been wrong from the beginning. It's because we keep making it right. Now, here is telling you right here in Deuteronomy 28, verse 53 and 54 and 55 and 56 and 57. The woman going to have an evil eye toward her husband. The husband going to have an even eye toward him. They're going to be the bosom, so their hearts going to be for each other. The children she's going to bear and those that's going to come out from between her legs and the children she's going to have an evil eye toward them. And the men are going to have an evil eye even to their brethren. But what happens? The woman get left with the children. Again, in Torah, Deuteronomy 28, actually giving you the lowdown on this captivity. And every one of you all turned your back and refused to see it for what it is. So I can understand why y'all say it's finished. I can understand why he say teach spirit and truth. I can understand why he say make sure you got the light in your right hand. Because you're dealing with people in darkness. They can't even see a pin needle of light at all. Now, right there in Deuteronomy 28, they said we was awakening. That's us. We the true Jew. We the true children. We the true Hebrew Israelite. Well, why didn't no one take on telling the truth? Why wasn't the truth spilled out among us since we so awakened? Didn't I tell y'all 3 years ago? What the rest behind do they mean we awaken? Oh, we awakening. We awakening. What did they mean? You ain't awakened to nothing. How did they get Deuteronomy 28 to be us over here in this land of our captive without pulling the whole thing out and dissecting it to teach the awakening of truth? They didn't do it. And here it is, thousands of years later, 2024, that day, and they still, and you will not get one of them on these devil platforms teaching and preaching. But yet they got a lot of subscribers, a lot of likes, a lot of praise, a lot of support. But somewhere along the line, that judgment of the Most High Yah on the house gonna make it right. He's gonna make it right. He's gonna use his judgment to fall upon Israel and Judah, especially Judah, because Judah is at that state of mind that Jacob said he would be. So he's going to do a little something, because he says after the time of Gentile, he's going to first deal with the house first. Judgment is going to be on you. And that's where it's at. Because just reading this, it's talking about she had the children and those that came from between her feet and those that she bare. She shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege, straightness, wherewith the enemy should distress thee in the gates. But why did she get left with the children? Why was it okay for him to leave the children? See here? You see what I'm saying? And they claim that the reason why Black American or African American or Judah's family was broken, because of that Black woman, because of the women. They've been preaching that thing for quite some time. And I just can't believe that they went to this form of I am awakening. And not one of them would look in there and see. So, woman, all these years, it was said you was the fault. It has been a lie. They left their children. You buried them. You got left with them. Deuteronomy 28 had already spoken that they were going to leave their children. This is why the house was broken. It didn't have nothing to do with you with going on a government assistance and food stamps. That's what you had to do just to make it. And they still today blame you for it. Said you chose that over them. See how they still lying? Anytime you can see in Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 2, lies was dispersed to deceive you and manipulate you to believe. Women, there it is. Or are you going to see it? Or are you going to believe it? No, it ain't important. I had to speak on a topic of women. Because when you really look it up, you're going to find with the names like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the word that says MEN, you're going to have about 4,000 and something like 4,500. But when you look up the women name and WOMEN, you're going to be lucky if you get 900. So somewhere along the line, Yah is speaking greatly to our males. And what Sister Deborah wanted to do and was thinking about doing, y'all checked me today on it. I said, I just start teaching women and telling them what they should have been doing, like back in what it tells you. And when you give me this, Father, I give it to them to try to teach them. He said, for what? For what? Until, which it will not be, Deborah. Until, which it shall not be, Deborah. Until it will not, it shall not, it have not, it's not going to be. The men get themselves right. The woman shall follow. She's a product of them that have strayed from the Most High Yah a long time ago. Her way back in, if she have went astray, it's not the hope of a man. It's not the hope that if I can just give him what he wants and do what he wants and say what he wants, submit to him. No. Father said he got to get right with him. A lot of you women never understand the chain of command. I believe in the chain of command, even if it's not the chain, the way that Yah created the chain. But I believe to exist and make things work, let it be a chain of command. The Father, Yeshua, man, woman, and then the children. But if the man is not in his righteous place, how can the woman get in hers? If the man is not in his righteous place, how can the children get in theirs? When the man is not detached to Christ, meaning following the footsteps of Christ, because he showed them the way to walk on the earth and recognize the Father, then what is it for the woman to connect to in a way of mending her family? It can't be done. So you just have to do the best that you know how with the Most High Yah on every side. But Yah has to be in front of you and also in back of you. You got to know that you know that he's beyond a man in your bed. He's beyond a doctor, a lawyer, a judge in a courtroom, a best friend. He's beyond all of that. You got to choose him in a way that in you believe that he's all that and some. Because putting your trust and thinking that they're going to get right today, and you be lying to yourself because they wasn't right yesterday. And which day is darker? Today. Which day is worse? Today. So how are they going to get it right? So that's what he said to me. You can minister to them women all day and night. It ain't going to bring their family back together. The men that are out here that of the Most High Yah, I reside in them. I reside in them. And that's what makes the home and a marriage a oneness. If the Holy Spirit is not in these men, it's not worth working with, reasoning with, coming together with, uniting with. The Holy Spirit is saying, women, when they have not accepted Yeshua and Yah to lead and guide them in a oneness in him, don't look for sex or somebody in your bed, a dating site. thinking it's going to mend it back to a way that you desire. My daughter told me this guy she's pregnant by. I took out all that time and I worked on myself and I changed. I'm going to do it different. I said, Lord, poor child, you cannot work on the outer man. You got to get it right in the inner man. I don't care how many sage you burn, candles you light. I don't care about you learning to do different yoga and all this stuff that's going to make you think that you got the energy and the power to be God, little gods within yourself. Let these fools keep on playing in their darkness. Y'all giving them a time that they ain't never seen before, and they can't even see it. I've been telling this to y'all since last year, the beginning of last year. He's cutting up from the floor up and ain't nobody seeing him but me. And I'm trying to figure out, I said, well, when are they going? Oh, Deborah, you know I'm going to turn my fire up. Not only are they going to see it, they're going to feel that thing. See, because everybody think that he's something to be played with just because you think that he can't be all that he said he was and is. I don't understand how Satan and demons obey him. How do the ocean obey him? How do the moon and the sun and the stars, how do the wind obey him? But you rock your tail around like a skinned chicken. Thinking you rule the Most High Yah. And it's sad. Oh, he got to do it my way. I want to do so this got to go my way. Baby, you don't understand. In this midnight hour, you ain't got no way. You better have your light to find the way. That's crazy. Y'all better get that stuff right. It's time to get up out of here. You better get it right, because it's time to get up out of here, y'all. Make sure you got your backpack. Make sure you got a light, at least something that burns, that has a light. Even if it's a pen needle light, you better have something to get out of this darkness. Because if you think that this world is going to get better, this country going to get better, these men going to get better, these women going to get better, everybody going to get better. But the Father was telling me, he said, he checked me too. He said, I tell you what would be the reason why I say they are to deal with the woman as the weak one? Why would I answer their prayers if I said that if you don't deal with her at this delicate way, I'm not going to hear your prayers? Do you see them respecting me, Deborah? No, they don't. They don't give a rat's behind what is in this book. They just want to whoop your tail with it. These preachers, these apostles, these bishops, these priests, these evangelists, these Amoris, these seers, these watchmen, these prophets, these prophetess don't give a rat behind about the Most High Yah. They just want to take this book and whoop your tail with it. Even if they got to master it to come back and use it as prophecy. They will use this book to whoop your tail. And it's as plain as what I just showed you. Now, here in Deuteronomy 28, this is what we live in today. He broke down to you why the men left their families. He sat there and told you why they left their families and didn't give them anything to eat. That don't sound like a man that is loving and caring, compassionate and merciful toward his own seed that he implanted in his woman. She buried him, and she had evil eye toward him and the children, but she has every reason to have an evil eye toward the children. She got left with them. Why ain't nobody said nothing about that? Oh, no, the slave master took the men away. See, they talk about all that trash. All that trash. Let me show you something. Okay. You want to try to make Yah the lie. Watch this here. Somewhere along the line, Ezekiel was backing kind of up. Father backed his tail down. Since you want to back up, I back your tail down. He backed his tail down. Ezekiel chapter 36. I pull this on y'all every time. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 16. Moreover, the word of Yah came unto me. Say, wait a minute, hold up, Ezekiel. You was talking, wasn't it? Yeah, Deborah, I was talking, but y'all stepped in. Wait a minute. Now, he lived in me, but where was he with you, Ezekiel? Where did he step in? Okay, Ezekiel, where did he step in? He didn't step in me, but he checked me. How did he check you, Ezekiel chapter 36? How did he check you? Watch this. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 16. Moreover, the word of Yah came unto me, said, you mean he didn't bring this book? This the word. Here, Ezekiel, get the book. This the word. You see how foolish y'all are? This is not the word. Yah is the word. These are words. This was what you were given to study. So when the Ruach come, we can rightly divide this thing. What's the word dividing? Anybody understand what dividing means? That means separate. But what are we separating, Father, Yah? Deborah. We separating spirit and truth from the lie. So let us go. Here y'all talking up, finna check. He's checking. I know he's checking without a doubt. He's checking Ezekiel. He says in verse 17, son of man, check. When the house of Israel dwell in their own land. Now, wait a minute. Hold up, Father. Y'all, you going too fast. In their own land? Hold up. You mean the land of what? You know what? Joshua took all the Israelites to the promised land, Deborah, that was floating with milk and honey. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So verse 17, Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 17, the son of man, Yah said, the son of man, when the house of Israel dwelled in their own land. No. They didn't dwell in their land. No, they didn't, Father Yah. They wasn't in their land. Truly, they weren't in their land. You mean that land floating with milk and honey, Father Yah? They were in their land. He said, I'm checking Ezekiel, Deborah. Okay, here we go. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 17. Son of man. Who is the son of man he talking to? Ezekiel. When the house of Israel dwelled in their own land, they defiled it by their own way. Oh, man, wait a minute. No. The Gentiles, the heathens, the Iranians, the Palestinians. The Canaanite. No. Wait a minute. Somebody did something to Israel. No. Y'all's telling you what they did in the promised land. This is what you don't hear nobody talking about. Y'all, we messed up from the flow up for real with the lies. And we think, now see, this is what bothers me as a prophetess. I sit back and watch people say that the Europeans and the Portuguese and the Spain and all of them, they lied to us in the United States history books, and they've been lying to us. They did. Why didn't you teach this, bro? Why didn't you teach this, sis? But you over here telling everybody what y'all finna do to other countries or what y'all finna do to America, but you ain't told nobody no spirit and truth. Where's the spirit and truth in this all? Why ain't nobody pulling up with spirit and truth? That's what he doing with Ezekiel. You think he ain't checking him? And here he's checking him. He letting him know, hold on, bro, let me get you right. You bet. Let me get you right. He said in verse 17, son of man, when the house of Israel dwell in their own land, they defiled it by their own way. That means nobody did nothing to them. They did it themselves. And what else? And by their own doings. Oh, no, truly, the heathens, the Gentiles, the Europeans did it to us. See, they ain't gonna teach y'all that. They ain't gonna teach y'all that they were like this before they even got over here. That's why they over here. And still in full denial of Deuteronomy 28. They in the part that they should be really meditating on in this day and time. They should have been meditating on it in the last 4 or 5 years. And that was your butt gonna be destroyed. Now let's get into this. And it says, and they defiled it by their own way and by their own doing. Their way was before me as an uncleanness of the removed woman, Deborah. Watch this here. Wherefore I poured out my fierce upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land. So they was killing up in the promised land, y'all. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out. I'm done. These Negroes was killing up before in the promised land. And see how y'all want to make everybody bothering y'all? But y'all don't want to check these people that's teaching and preaching this trash. Y'all don't want to check them, but you come on here and want Sister Deborah to bow down to your nonsense. But you don't want to check those who sit here lying to you because you are born of the flesh. You can tell someone born of the flesh from a long ways because they understand nothing of the spirit. They only understand that which is of the flesh. And what did he say? Silly women, the latter would sin. But what made what made that to be said in 2 Timothy chapter 3? Because they were following. Women were following the ways of a man that was full, the men that was full of a bunch of nonsense. That's how it is today. Had audacity to wrap their head. What you wrapping your darn head? Ain't nothing wrong with wrapping your head. Matter of fact, I really like the style. But don't come in here with this holy then thou. Don't come in here telling me you're supposed to have your head wrapped. Wrap your head, your mouth, and your tail at the same time. Because you ain't doing nothing with neither one of them. They trying to deceive people. They ain't already deceived the people. There ain't no such thing they trying. But then you want to look the role and play the role and act the role. Sit down, clowns. It ain't nothing about your flesh y'all desire. He's spirit. Why should he be caught up in your flesh and what it look like? With your spirit ain't talking spirit and truth. Your spirit don't have the light, but he gonna be looking at you trying to portray you holier than thou. Go on somewhere. I'm out of here. Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat. And I will say I went overboard with woman, but you know what, women, I'm gonna tell you the truth of the whole matter. There's nothing really there that is truth. When you come into Genesis 1 and 2 and you see all the lies, you got to park it right there. Because the rest of it, it's been smeared. It's been lied on. It's been told the lies. It's been changed. It's been turned. And honestly, you guys, y'all might not even believe this. It's not nothing in there at all that can cause me to preach it and break it down to the point, what is the purpose of a woman? I went in, I was cleaning up and I said, okay, I'm going to start teaching that toward the women. And the Father said to me, Deborah, it ain't going to help. Because if the men are not right, don't look for the women. So I just called that a quit. He answered me, quit. That can't be done. What's the sense of she getting it right as far as trying to get right for him? She need to get right for me. She need to be about me. And as she be more and more, she be about me, she'll start to see where we are at today is in the midnight hour. It'll never, ever, ever, ever get to the way or to the form of him anymore. We out here swimming in the ocean alone with the Ruach as our surfboard. All this other mess, kick it to the curb. Women out there that's married, make it work. Make it work. You can't change him. He can't change you, but you can change who you are in the inside. Work with your husbands. Work with your wives. Don't allow no more than you and no more than him to be in the oneness. All this wise and all this, that is not the will of the Father. That's the will of the foolish men who feel that when y'all bring forth seeds, oh, that's his will. It's his will to bring forth you. And you in the jail spending 100 years, but he brought your tail forth. So just because you brought forth, that's another part of my letter I wrote to my mother. People so messed up from the floor up, they don't understand when he said, I come to bring the sword. Tell them, Deborah. Tell them. Yeah, let me tell you that. I come to bring the sword. Do you understand what the sword is? The sword is coming to divide the spiritual seed from the wicked seed. He that is born of the flesh from he that is born of the spirit. I come to bring the sword. And you know where I'm going? I'm going to where everybody said they love their mother better than me. They love their father better than me. I'm coming with the sword. Those that loves me, I'm going to be and use that sword to divide those that don't love me from those that do. See, people don't understand that. They don't understand what that sword coming from. It's coming to divide some things up that y'all continue to put together. Y'all keep putting darkness and light together. Y'all can keep putting the serpent seed with the spiritual seed together. Y'all can put what's the darkness, the light, the born of the flesh and born of the spirit together. Y'all said, no, I come to bring the sword to saw them apart, to separate them from one another. Then Yeshua pull up and say, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all where y'all messed up. I'm going to show y'all where y'all messed up and understand it. Watch this here. Let me see if I can find it. It didn't blow my mind, but I was like, but I knew it, but it just did something to me. I said, one day I'll mention that. What the Father, no, here it is. Here it is. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. I want you to listen to this. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I get it. No, that's not it. Let me make sure I get it. I'm getting it, y'all. I'm getting it together. I'm out of here. I just want to show you something that's so profound. I mean, just so off the chart. Let's see, where is it at? Wait a minute. Right here, I start with this one here. In Matthew chapter 10. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, it says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but the sword. What's going on with that verse? Touch that. How about that? That's something to end your night. Somebody pull up that. How about that? How about that? Let's go again. Matthew's chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I come to set a man in variance against his wife, his father, and the daughter against her mother, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Now, right there, I was like, now, you done started something right there, Father, y'all. You done really start something right there. Who got that? Let me see. Somebody got it. see. Uh, he didn't come to bring peace. Okay. What's the question? The question is, break that down in total spirit and truth, because that's where it's at. That's total. This is why I was saying to you, I learned when I was young that when I was young, I'm talking about, I'm in my 20s, that I can go into this word and hear something and wonder, who is that? Who said that? Wait a minute, who said that? You know, because you got to be able to when you're reading it. But then again, no, I can't say that, because it's the Holy Spirit in me that causes me to see it. So if you can grip that, see if you can grip that. Anybody? I just want to see if anybody. Okay, let me read it again. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34 and 35. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. I am come to set a man in various against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Woo-wee! Everybody not of him, even though those in your own household. It's a spiritual seeing that you got to see. You got to see it. Y'all got to see that. And I hope someone can get that. And that's why I say I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. Somebody else got it? The people closest to you? Okay. He came to separate the serpent seed from the spiritual seed? Anybody? Even if you have to read it and see it yourself. Anybody got it yet? Judgment. The people, no, okay. The people closest to you will, okay. Okay, you got it? Somebody got it? Right here, as I'm reading it, I have to get it in another way as well, because I got to make sure I do my search. But I'm gonna go on and put it out there to you all. Okay, is it the coming to kill that's not of him? No, that's how the narrative. Okay, let's go there. Let me go on and close it out. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34 and 35. Let's start with 34. Think that I think not that I am. Y'all, I am pulled up. you didn't see him. The Most High. All right. The Most High. The Most High pulled up, y'all. And y'all still can't see him, can you? Let's go. Verse 30, what is it? Verse 34. Think not that I am come to send. You see that send? Send. I am send peace on earth. I am. Now he's telling you, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. That's the Most High Yah. That's not Yeshua. You can even say that's Christ, but that's not Yeshua talking. That's the Most High Yah stepped in. Listen to what he said. How is it that Yeshua sending something? Yeshua can't send. He's in the presence. So who is this say, I am come to send peace on earth? I came not to send peace, but a sword. That's Yah. Which part of Yah? Christ, the Son of Yah. That's who's speaking. That's who's speaking. He's the I am. See, the I am is the Father. Christ is the Father's right hand. He's sitting here telling you. He's sitting here telling us. Now watch this here. I'm going to get it all right. Watch this here. Think not that I am come to send. Come to send. Come to send. Only one can come and sin at the same time. It's the Most High Yah. Praise the mighty Yah. He's the only one that can come and sin at the same time. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace. I came not to send. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. He's letting you know that the Son of Yah, which is him, his power, which is the Father, sent the Son of Yah. I come to send peace. I come to, wait, let me tell you. I come to send peace on earth. Don't think I come that right. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. And one of y'all can't see that, you're blind as a bat. Let me tell you why. Yeshua is not detached to a sword. Only sword there is the Most High Yah's. You didn't think of that either. See, Yeshua is not the sword. Yeshua don't have a two-edged sword or don't have a sword itself. See, Yeshua is never, ever detached to a sword. You remember how they say he was going to come on the four corners and the angels and him going to collect every nation? When all of them come, he ain't going to have no sword. Yeshua is not the sword. The I am is the sword. That's the Father. He got the sword. You get it? So watch 35. But I am come to set a man in various against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Can't no man Yeshua cannot set a father against his son, nor a son against his daughter, or a daughter against a mother, or a mother against a daughter, or a son against a father. No, Yeshua don't have the power to do that, but the I am does. See, that's what people don't understand, that power. The power, he's telling you I am. He's telling you who he is. And because we never knew what the power was, that's why we don't know what's going on here. The power came down as Christ. That's the Son of Yah. We had the Son of Man, and then we had the Son of Yah that came down as the working of the mission of the Father. And he letting you know, hey, I'm up here. I am come to sin. That don't even make no sense. Peace on the earth, come to sin. Only way you're going to grip it is when you realize it's the Father that's in the Son called Christ, which is his power of his right hand. And that's who's dividing him. He says, I come to set. Wait a minute, hold up, Father. Y'all, hold up. You're going to set something right? Yeah, I'm going to set something straight. I come to set a man at variance against his father. Wait a minute. You said it. Yeshua ain't come to set nothing. Yeshua did not come to set nothing. So this is where, when you're reading in this book, you have to, through the Ruach, be able to step in and step out. And what that means is when something is being said, the Ruach in you going to let you see who the word got something to say. Check out what the word say. And this is how you find out that this book is not the word, but the word that's in you that's telling you what this book is supposed to be saying, or what this book is saying. That's the word that's in you. And that's why this verse right here will be missed by many of who this is. Because they thinking Yeshua just talking. Yeshua had to take a seat because the I am was speaking. And I think it was in another one over here. It came a different way in Luke chapter 12. In Luke chapter 12. And what I like about it, it lets you know that if you really can, if you have the Holy Spirit, it can kind of give you a feel of the two entities. And when he show you the two entities, he put them back together. Yah is never going to show you the Father in the Father in the Son of Yah, and the Son, which is Yeshua, the Son of Man. He's not going to show you both of them without and leave them like that. He's going to put them back together as one. That's how we're going to get to the kingdom, y'all. We're going to be as one. You see? So here in Luke chapter 12 and verse 51. In Luke chapter 12 and verse 51, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. Now listen to this. Suppose yet that I am come. There we go again. Father can show up and show out anytime he get ready. So Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you in the live chat. And I say unto you, I appreciate you. And let me finish this one here. It says 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on the earth. Question mark. I tell you, nay, rather division. We know Yeshua didn't come here for that. Y'all don't know that, did you? Yeshua didn't come here for that. That's not what Yeshua's mission was for. Y'all showing you when he stepped in and had something to say. That's how you know the difference through his Ruach in you. When he speak, you can hear that word coming out. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I hope you got something out of it. And I will be back. So I say unto you, shalom and shalom.